Yo, Philly 254 living life. Back at it. So today we are looking at a game called The Precinct. So what's up with The Precinct? Well, first of all, the full version is not out yet. I'm not quite sure when it'll be out. I'll look it up. If I can find it, I'll throw it on the screen somewhere. But the full version, this is not the full version. This is a demo. And even as you see at the top, a pre-alpha demo. So this is probably not even, I guess, a good judgment on how the finished product will fully look. But this is a good idea of how it will look. And I can tell you right now, I have never played a game like this in my entire life. I'm going to tell you that, real talk, off top. But that is not a bad thing. It's actually a pretty cool thing. So this game basically plays similar to, if you are, it's a top down, as you can see. It's, if you're familiar with how old school GTA was, like before Rockstar grabbed it, it was kind of top down. I think Rockstar did a top down version of it like a long time ago. It kind of reminds me of that. But you're not breaking the law. You're upholding the law, obviously. So when I say you're upholding the law, I mean you are upholding the law. I need to go in there and just to verify. I don't even think you could be a crooked cop. Like, you get penalized. Like, that was, you get penalized if you do anything that's kind of against the grain, I think. I'm not 100%. Because, again, this is not the final game. But this game is strongly encouraging you to be a legit police officer. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I say legit, as you can see, I'm struggling with the car here. When I say legit police officer, I mean you're doing your beats, man. You walking the streets, you're actually checking parking meters and shit. You're doing every little thing. You're stopping people from doing vandalism. I think in this particular clip, I'm on my way to like a shootout. So that's like something exciting. But you also do, like I said, the mundane stuff. And you don't shoot everyone you come across. You actually have to arrest them. And it kind of gives you levels of the type of force needed for this particular situation. For example, if you come across, I don't know, someone who is doing vandalism. I just said vandalism earlier. Vandalism, they spray paint the wall or whatever. You're not supposed to just run up there and start busting. You don't shoot them up. You know what I'm saying? You actually have to go in there and kind of just arrest them. Now, if they resist the arrest, then you get the option to go ahead and go forward and take it a little further, probably tase them or whatnot. You still don't shoot them. You still tase them. You know what I'm saying? Or you can, I think you can fight too, like straight up fight, like with your hands and the baton or whatnot. I'll throw a little clip of that on there while I'm here. But yeah, it's very, very by the book when it comes to trying to have you be an actual legit police officer. When you're driving, you get the option of turning on your lights, as you can see right there. You get the option of turning on your lights. When you turn your lights on, people kind of pull over to the side of the road or whatever. As you can see, I'm struggling with the controls. I'm trying to figure out what does what, but yeah, you get a lot of different options that you can see there. Turning on the lights is one of them, as I kind of finally figured out. I'm trying to back out of here. It's a pretty fun game, man. It's interesting. I've never done it. I never played a game like this before. And it's definitely interesting. I would definitely look into it when it finally fully, drops or arrives or whatnot. But it's definitely something worth looking into. I would say check it out. It's a free demo. Go in there and check it out. As far as now, I did mention, you can't use excessive force or whatnot earlier. The game will actually, I think it's called Handbook. You press on the Steam Deck. Cause I was playing this on the Steam Deck, by the way. On the Steam Deck, you press like I forgot what it is, like the little button at the top left. And I can't remember what they call it. I can't remember what the Steam Deck calls it. But you press that little button and it kind of shows you the handbook. And basically, it kind of gives you an idea of what this type of crime that you're tackling, what kind of, I guess, procedure you need to go about when actually tackling that crime and trying to take it down or whatnot. Now, this obviously started you off with a bang, got you doing a whole gunfight. But when I played the game, the demo, this was literally the only gunfight you're gonna get into. Now I may go in there and just start some stuff just to see what happens, but this is literally the only gunfight you're gonna get into, and I was playing it strictly by the book. Actually, there is one part, and I may have some actual footage of it. You actually get to fly the helicopter, which is actually pretty cool. Now, when you fly the helicopter, the ghetto bird, you know what I'm saying, you all you're really doing, which is weird that they have a rookie, because you are playing a rookie in this game. They have the rookie, hey, hop up here and fly this helicopter. They don't ask you if you've ever flown one before. They don't know what you can do. This is like your first day on the job, and they say, hey, get up here and fly this helicopter. Yeah, but when you fly the helicopter or whatnot, you chase it after a perp or whatever, and all you really got to do is to stay on top of them. You know, you keep the spotlight on top of them while the other police officers kind of rush in to do their part. You know, and as you can see in this little scene right here, I don't say scene, but this little part right here, I think I'm doing a car chase. So I'm over here, so if you watch it, I was over here trying to do this car chase, and I was straight up trying to do pit maneuvers and shit. And then come to find out, they just want you to shoot. At this point, the whole concept of the game just turns back into what you might be more familiar with. It's just, hey, just shoot them. Shoot the car and make it stop. There's a guy in the back shooting, shoot him too. You know, that kind of thing. It's a pretty fun game. I didn't really go into a little bit of story. I kind of mentioned you are a rookie cop. But since this alpha demo, whatever, pre-alpha demo, it's not super long, so it doesn't really get too deep into the story. From what I can just gather from it, is you're the son of a deceased police chief, and you're kind of earning your stripes, and people are kind of the police chief was pretty much, you know, top shit when he was alive, so people are already kind of like, yo, man, I knew your dad, man, yo, you pretty cool, you gonna live up to your dad, you know, that kind of thing. So, but as far as full story, I have no idea what the hell the point of this, you know, the story is or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some kind of I don't know, situation where I'm about to take down somebody who actually is crooked, or maybe some politicians or something. I don't know. It does have quite a bit of dialogue in there, and the way it handles cutscenes, it's really, if you want to call it cutscene, it's really just shows a still image of your fellow officers and yourself, as you just see the little dialogue at the bottom say what it's gonna say, you know, and then you kind of hear him talk or whatever. So it's not a whole lot going on as far as cutscene. It just really, the little sections like that just helps move the story along, whatever the story may be, you know. As you can see, I'm struggling, buddy. I'm struggling. But it's actually a pretty fun game. I would say check it out. Don't go in here thinking you're gonna shoot the whole spot up. I mean, you can try, but it's not that kind of party, homie. But it's actually still pretty fun. Like I said, it has different sections. You fly a helicopter. As you can see, you do a police chase, a car chase, or whatever. You do even mundane stuff. Is when I say walk the beat, you're literally walking the streets looking for trouble. And when you finally do a full arrest on someone, what you do is, depending on where you're at, like for example, if you're so far away from the precinct, you pretty much arrest them. And when I say arrest them, you put the handcuffs on them and everything, and then you get the option to call for someone else to come take them to the precinct, and you continue about your way. But if you're pretty close to the precinct or whatever, you can actually just lead them into the precinct. You arrest them, handcuffs behind their back, and you have a little button, pretty much lead them into the precinct. You take them to the front, and they get booked in and everything. I mean, it's a whole thing. Like, this game is like, you literally clock, oh man, I'm sucking, ain't it? You literally clock in and clock out and everything. It's like treating this like this is real life work, homie. So it's going to be pretty fun. I don't know how I'm still a police officer after hitting innocent pedestrians and hitting cars and everything else, because at some point I just stopped giving a fuck and I just started doing what I want to do. But, you know, it's a pretty fun game. I'll keep some footage playing just so you can kind of see. But like I said, it's a fun game. I definitely would recommend it. Just trying it out, checking it out a little bit, seeing if this is up your alley. If it's not, it's not. But if it is, hey, it's only like, what, 20-minute demo. I was able to knock it out in about 20 minutes, and that's not me rushing. Like, when it was over, I was like, oh, it's already over. The saving mechanism on this demo, I will say it's a little different. I won't say it's different, but it doesn't outright show that you're saving anything. It's just when you exit and you come back the next time, your progress is saved. It doesn't tell you it saved it or anything. I don't know what's going on, but you get the option the next time you log into the game to continue where you left off. So, I've done that, so I definitely know it does save your progress. It just doesn't outright say it's saving. Like, you don't have like a save option, should I say? Let's put it that way. So, again, definitely check it out. It's interesting. I've never played a game like this in my entire life. You see me booking them, book them, Dano. I've never played a game like this in my entire life. I know they have another game called Police Simulator and things like that. I've never played anything like this, but it was still pretty fun. Check it out. You might enjoy it. If you like, you know what? I'm gonna let this ride. So I'm gonna do my little spiel. I'm gonna let this ride though, so you can kind of see some footage, some more footage. But if you like more Steam Deck, ROG Ally, MetaQuest 3 news, walkthroughs, lives, gameplay, reviews, like and subscribe. Cruise through the playlist. And I'm out.
Suspect vehicle identified in Fenwick intersection 6. Suspect vehicle was last seen in Fenwick intersection 7. Suspect vehicle was last seen on Litchfield. There he is. Whoa, he is moving. Hawk 12, maintain position behind target vehicle. You know how to work a spotlight? Keep it glued to the perp and call in backup as you need it. Maintain spotlight coverage. Suspect vehicle identified on Chinatown. Request support.